Greetings to you. Greetings and welcome to Uncensored Guyana. I am your precious gift, Dr. Prasad. What's on my agenda for today? So many things. And since my mind and my tongue, they are uncensored, no holds bar. I tell you like it is. At the end of the day, you understand that what I'm communicating is not based on my emotions. It's based on my perception and information that is available to me. I speak on. I hope that you are in good spirit right now. You're motivated and you are celebrating your Guyanese hood. You are the pride, the dignity that comes with carrying the colors or carrying the flag of Guyana. I sincerely pray that that's what you do. Celebrate our program also by hitting the like button. Means this: I want to hear from you. I like reading your comments, especially the comments that says, blessings, Dr. Prasad, God be with you and your family. I love that. I love that. All the comments about how much you love me, how much you're praying for me, how much you are sending riches my way. I am a sucker for that. I love the praise. I'm not being a hypocrite. I'm telling you like it is. I like when people say that. God bless, and those kinds of stuff. It's great. I love it. Keep it coming. But not just for me, for your president, Irfaan Ali. You heard all the stuff that is circulating. You continue to hear all the nonsense that's circulating. He wants to know. Because when you comment on his page, on whatever site they are, somebody is there to suppress that. Let us continue to celebrate our president while he's president. Have you ever recalled, or can you recall, if any other president in Guyana had so many meetings with the king or foreign leaders? The president of Guyana, Irfaan Ali, continues to reach the top of the world, the icons of global power, sits in the audience one-on-one with our president, the man of Guyana, Irfaan Ali. And he presents to them, to their faces, hey, this is the issue we have in Guyana. If your country is contributing to the bullshit we have, I want you to deal with it. That's the strong man we have, that he is talking one-on-one with the King of England. Imagine that. We have to celebrate that and count ourselves blessed. This ain't luck. This is providence. This was dictated by divine intervention that Guyana can celebrate that level of respect and excellence. Why? Because of the leader. Show me your leader, and I can tell you what direction you will go in. Your Bible tells you if the leader is cursed, so is the nation. If the leader is blessed, voila. Look at Guyana. Look at Guyana. No, actually look at Guyana. Don't pretend look. Don't fake look. Don't say, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't want to hear that. I am telling you to look, as in really look at Guyana. What do you see? Poverty? No. Division? No. Wantingness? No. Blessings. That's what you see. Blessings. Continued blessings. That's what you see with Guyana. And how do you think that's responsible? Because of the oil? The oil is like 30% of the economy. The other 70%, where does it come from? When everybody wants to do stuff for you, when everybody wants to give you stuff, bless you, what is that? Luck? There is no such thing as luck. It's providence. It was written in the text. It is supposed to happen. Guyana's prosperity supposed to happen. Irfaan Ali had to have been president for this to be ushered in, this era of prosperity to be ushered in. Nobody else it would have been possible under. Absolutely nobody else. If you had another president, what you are seeing now from 2020 to now would not have been evident. You would not have seen it. Oil or no oil, you would not have seen it. Irfaan Ali, he is the one. He is the deal breaker, as in the person, the individual, the psyche, the spirit, the moral fabric, the IQ, everything about Irfaan Ali. Forget the president. The man Irfaan Ali is the deal breaker. He is the key that has unlocked Guyana's prosperity. He is. So let's hope that whoever follows 2030 can continue the legacy. Let's hope. Because if that person was not predicted or anointed or selected by the universe and the divine creation, the divine creative force of the universe, and that person finds themselves in a seat of government, and they were not called to be there like Ali has been, Guyana would have a complete reversal, even if the person is from the PPP. There have to be somebody like Irfaan Ali from that lineage, not blood, spiritual lineage. There must be someone there who can continue the legacy. My spirit tells me, I feel it within me. I have this thing, this kind of intuition that it's Priya Manikchan. Somehow, I don't know, but somehow that's what my being is telling me, that she is the one to continue. We'll see. Now, The Bharrat Jadgeo River Bridge, icon of the 21st century, the icon of this now, the age of Aquarius, the eon of Aquarius, where Guyana has stepped into a different period, generally, the world. That monument, that beacon that represents might, wealth, prosperity, and yeah, I dare say, blessings. Had it not been for President Irfaan Ali, that bridge would never, sometimes I think people don't take me serious, People don't take me serious. I want you to take me serious. This ain't no fly-by-night thing. This ain't no just come thing. I always speak providence. I'm on the scene for a while. I don't speak out of thin air. God speaks to me. The universe speaks to me. When I make statements, my statements come from a profound place of conviction based on evidence. I can't explain evidence to you. Take my word for it. Trust my word. Believe what I tell you. If Irfaan Ali was not president, folks, that bridge would not have been constructed. It would not have been constructed or built. Okay? Good. You are hearing circulating around. The bridge was built with blood money. Some sacrifices are needed. Sacrifices to build bridge. The bridge is calling. The black people whose land was confiscated to build the bridge, they cursed the bridge. They put Obia on the bridge. From the PNC camp, you're hearing this stuff. And they're messaging me directly, telling me this shit. So I thought, since they have a lot of people who are echoing those dumb, unfounded sentiments, I thought, let me address it. Because people are apt to believe any shit that tastes good to their ear, like the situation with the poor child, if I may invoke a thought on that matter and express the sentence, the Adriana case, where they started this thing about, was it again? Ritual killing, sacrifice for money and all them shit. Well, they are associating that now with the bridge because of accidents that's happening on the bridge as recent as today. Attributing that to sacrifice. Fucking imagine that. Don't ask where it came from. The people who are obsessed with Obia are blacks. They invented the whole thing. Obia was invented by black people in Africa, Ghana to be exact. Devil worshiping. Since I communicate on behalf of the universe and I talk the spirit of the universe, divine intervention talks through me, let me say this to you, my fellow Guyanese. When someone buys a car and somehow the first week of possessing this car, they get in an accident or something happens negatively, you always hear somebody throw some Obia on the car, or the person had sex in the car, something of that sort. They never question the driver of the vehicle as to their experience, if they are licensed to drive, How long are they driving? What do they know about the traffic laws? Did they buy their license? They don't question that. We have clearly seen, not just on the river bridge, around the country, accidents, accidents, accidents. When you look at the profile of the persons who causes the accidents, most of the time, they're below the age of 30. You see the one that killed the man, the chemist, the other day, that rammed him from the back, where they said they could not determine, the police could not determine if the man was under the influence of alcohol because his mouth was fucked up. You could take his blood. You could check his blood to tell the alcohol level. Not just his breath. You can draw the blood and test it. Anyway, most of the time, the problems are not the vehicles, the people who owns or the drivers of the vehicles. They are the problems. Human beings are the error that keeps fucking up society. And when it comes to Guyana, human beings are the ones who are keeping damaging. They're forgetting that all the infrastructure, from the bridge to the roads, all the infrastructure was built by loans. Loans that even though they mess it up, even though they damage the road or damage public infrastructure, the loans still has to be repaid. Those stupid, dumb fools that are driving with uninsured vehicles that doesn't pass the fitness standards, and they're bribing police officers or bribing whoever it is that they get these fitness license from to give them the fitness license. So when the cops stop them, they check, okay, this vehicle is fit for road use. They're the one that should be held responsible. When they do that, and they contribute to the carnage on the road, deaths, loans still must be repaid. The IMF and the lenders are not going to say, well, Guyana, we understand that your people are a bunch of lunatics and they're fucking up the infrastructure. We're going to write off this amount of the debt. No, every cent has to be repaid. That's where being patriotic counts. And you still have idiots on the other side that blames the government for the road accidents. You still have those. So we have the bridge, a beacon of success. From its inception, opened for public transportation. If not every week, there have been so many accidents recorded on that bridge. And most of it are bad. Now today, we have no idea as to how many people lost their lives as a result of a truck carrying overweight, and the truck was not built to carry that amount of load. The chassis, the brakes, everything was not designed to withhold, to withstand. The gearbox was not designed for that amount of load. Climbing. They probably did it before and realized, hey, we made it. Let's add some extra weight. Then some extra weight. But every time they added extra weight, they are weakening the system more. Weakening, weakening, weakening. So it comes a point now where it just gave way. It could not go further. And that has to do with the gear. The gear could not change quick enough to climb that height with that amount of load. So what happened? The whole thing crashed. Brakes cut. The whole thing crashed. Now I'm giving my theory. And as a result of that, innocent, road users, persons who would have been taking their time to drive over the bridge behind this truck, giving him enough space, enough room, because they would have recognized that, hey, something is wrong here. They stayed back. Even that could not spare their situation because the truck lost control, the brakes cut. That's why it was speeding in the opposite direction. Because there's no brakes. Everything failed. And a lot of people suffered. Vehicles damaged. A lot of things happened. What does that got to do with the Bharrat Jadgeo Bridge? What does that has to do with obia or sacrifice? What? This is a truck driver who knew he was breaking the rules. They all do it. When you buy a truck, they tell you how much tons the truck can carry. Even a simple car, a motorcycle, they have the weight maximum there. It's written there. The manufacturers tell you how much weight you can carry on this vehicle. They tell you that. Your gear is designed to tell you if you're carrying weight up to, above a certain, you need to switch to a different speed. They built it and they tell you. So this outdated vehicle possibly should not have had the road fitness to even operate on the road, much more climb a bridge with a steep. Broke the rules, and this time he got caught. Sadly, he didn't get catch alone. He took a lot of lives with him, damaged property with him. So who's to be blamed here? Bharrat Jadgeo? Irfaan Ali? Of course not. Of course not. The investigation has to go as far as the fitness license for the truck. Who authorized it? Who checked it? Which company? Which automobile shop? If it's from the police themselves, then they investigate the police to say, hey, who gave this vehicle clearance? That's where you start. With the document. That has nothing to do with the government. Nothing to do with the government. That is Guyanese citizens who continues, just like the Mohammeds, to bribe their way into not adhering to the policies and the regulations to make sure that everything runs according to the law. Guyanese fuck up Guyanese. Unfortunately, innocent people are caught in the crossfire. The guilty are not the ones only who pays. Innocent folks are caught in the crossfire. Now we have the case with the GRA, the Guyana Revenue Authority. They had to dismiss their case against the Mohammeds, not because the Mohammeds won the case. Some of you idiots, they didn't win the case. GRA suspended the case to facilitate the extradition. They didn't want to tie them up in Guyana running to court with GRA case. They put it on hold, let him go deal with this crime. When he comes back, if he lives long enough to spend his 50 years in prison, then we'll dig up this case. Or they can try the case in absentia and they can move ahead with whatever they need to do. Mohammeds didn't win the case against GRA. They didn't win shit. It was dismissed, not because they won, because the government withdrew its prosecution. Despite all of that, despite the fact that these people know any little breaking of the law, it's to their detriment. They still can't help themselves. As the Mohammeds can't help, they are chronic lawbreakers. They are chronic crooks. And they continue to corrupt at any level. Imagine a manager at GRA and his staff or their staff all fired because they facilitated a corrupt transaction, an illegal transaction on behalf of Azruddin Mohammed. You want to tell me they did that for free? They knowingly broke the law to help a criminal before the courts, knowing that their agency, the GRA, was busy investigating this man, knowing this man is sanctioned and every asset he has is also under the sanction. They still couldn't resist, allegedly, could not resist the bribery to break the law and try to cover it up because they're the manager of the GRA. I mean, that department. You really have to be stupid to think that you are working with a company that is not privately owned. You don't own it. It's a state-owned company, GRA, Guyana Revenue Authority, linked to the Ministry of Finance. And you can conduct illegal activities, knowing that it has been audited. You have auditors who check everything, double check everything. You really have to be really stupid to get involved in these activities, not knowing that you'll be caught. What, because you did it for years? This is a high-profile case now. Those of you who are smart, you must understand to stay as far as possible from the Mohammed's name. If you were the man's friend, divorce him as a friend. Stay as far as possible. The man is toxic. He is looking for anyone that can commit his crimes on his behalf. Because he's already in hot water. He's already on his way out. Look how many people he's taking down with him. Look how many people. And you still don't learn. Now you're saying it's what? Witch hunt? Is the PPP? The GRA employees broke the fucking law. Why is Mohammed special? He keeps doing this shit to you. And this is the same man you still want to celebrate. And despite, why isn't he under arrest? Don't tell me now that the government can't do anything because of the extradition case. He can still be arrested and put in prison while the case continues. Don't tell me he can't be arrested. You fire all of these people. Possibly they can be jailed. What, is not an offense that requires jail time? Then what is? The man has done so many things post extradition request, and he's still allowed to run around. They're still being granted bail in every case they have before the courts. What the fuck, man? I mean, is that how powerful money is? There's a different law for the rich, and the average man has to go through the books. I mean, those two idiot prison officers, those females that looks like lesbians, they're caught with a whole car of marijuana. They were denied bail for marijuana. Denied bail. You want to put 11 counts indictment as against a car of marijuana. Which is more dangerous? The indictments from the Mohammeds involve drugs. They're wanted by the US. But all the people that you catch in Guyana with drugs, you don't give them bail. But you have the biggest criminal to date who happened to have been sworn in as the first fugitive to hold the office of the opposition leader. And that is okay. He has immunity. The GRA situation, you know who is behind it, but he's not being penalized. You're not touching the guy. And still the man is blaming President Ali for that. Imagine he went and instructed, he sold and just transferred. He did all the transaction. He did. And he's blaming Ali for that. Guyanese. The Bharrat Jadgeo River Bridge is a gift to Guyana now and forever. Your life is in your hands. I understand based on the circumstances, you don't see it coming until it happens. And most of the times, people don't live to regret it. You only have to hope that you don't call those negativity towards you. But if you are living in a society with demons, you can't see them coming at a distance. You just have to hope that everybody follows the rules. And by following the rules, they can protect not just their lives, but the lives of the other persons who are using the roadways. Every day the carnage is there. How can we stop that? My favorite point, laws. Laws. The previous bridge could have weighed the amount of weight that was going over. They kept it under control because they had to go there to weigh, and they pay by weight. This bridge, they want to abuse it. How can the government put systems in place to control overloads with these trucks? How? The police would have to have a special line for trucks crossing. Special line for trucks. And they have to check every one of them. Wouldn't that be exhausting? Wouldn't that be a waste of resources? So how is the government going to solve that? Build another ramp and tell the trucks, before you climb the bridge, pass through here? Let's see your fitness. Would that be the case? Why can Guyanese stop being so fucking greedy and just live within the confines of the law? It is for your benefit. Your benefit. Because with that accident on the bridge today, one of those cars could have been with the man's wife or children in them. Then what? He would have caused the death of his own kids because of his stupidity in breaking the law. Why can't you think that somebody that concerns you could be also using the roadways, and you must take responsibility for what you do, because you could be very well causing the accident to somebody that you love without knowing? This isn't the government thing. The next thing they'll have to do is to use drones and measure weight by laser. Then what is a police state? We get like China. You have a bridge that you can celebrate, be proud of. Ever so often, accidents on a bridge. In this case, come on, man. You know your vehicle can't handle the load. You're driving it, you know it can't. You want to test it and killed people in the process? If the man hasn't perished too, the truck driver, if he's alive, because it seems so, But if he is alive, I hope he gets a long time in prison. A long time in prison. So the other persons who think they can get away, they can see penalties is what matters. For the crimes they commit, you either get them when they get people or you send them away for life. Attach heavy, heavy fines, not just financial fines, jail time to the crimes. So they don't just have to pay financially, they have to pay in terms of their freedom. See how many of them would step up. But if it seemed like a cowboy state, and everybody can do what they want, they have no regards for the rules, no regards for the law. They just do anything. Sadly, you're taking innocent lives in the process. Not just the bridge, all over. Some car ran in a ditch, some car ran in a store, truck ran into car, this ran into this. And most of the times, these assholes are speeding because they're fucking drunk. That's it. They smoke, they sniff, or they consume alcohol. They're numb, forgetting that that's a man-made vehicle. It's in their feet. They're not running, they're driving. And there's so many mechanical problems that can go wrong. That's why they create a special sport if you want to speed, with a track, with specialized vehicles for speeding. Everyday vehicles is not for that. The most you can go is 60 miles per hour with everyday vehicle. They want to rush to 80, 90, 100. You will get killed. You're going to kill people in the process, you stupid idiots. No matter how much in a hurry I am, I hardly go above 50. Hardly. Do you know how fast is 40 miles per hour? I'm never in a hurry. Never. But even if you're not, some asshole might be in a hurry and he hits you. And he hits you. Now, Linden again, without the chairman. And as usual, it's the PPP's fault. As usual. The issue is within these two camps that somehow divided themselves and now are playing politics. The PNC and WIN, they can't resolve the issue in Linden. Let me break it down. An Indo-Guyanese is fighting with a black man and blaming an Indo-Guyanese for not having the black man give up his rights to the Indo-Guyanese in Linden. That's how it is. Azruddin Mohammed wants to control Linden. I don't know for what. PNC don't want to give him control. It's a tie vote. He is blaming Irfaan Ali and Bharrat Jadgeo, even though the Minister Priya Manikchan rightly stated a while ago, I am breaking the law. I have no jurisdiction there. It's not up to the minister now. It's not up to the minister. So I cannot authorize the chair, the person there to hold another session. I can't, I wouldn't, I'm out of it. The minister said that, and that fucking idiot Azruddin, that didn't resonate with him. He points a finger at Ali, President Ali, and Vice President Jadgeo. They must order this regional guy in Linden to hold a meeting. For Azruddin, hey buddy, this isn't the day when you were giving donations to the PPP. That's the president you're talking to and the vice president. They are not party candidates for an election. They are the power that be. You do not order the president and vice president to do your stupid bidding. That's what you do to the blacks that you pay. Now, because the blacks that you pay ain't gonna bow to you, you want to make this thing into some heist that is inspired by Ali and Jagdeo to keep you out of Linden? First of all, Azruddin Mohammed, don't forget that Linden is the place, Wisma, Mackenzie there, is a place where the massacre actually started against your people. Bornham used them, it started there to run them out. And now you're fighting for the place that started the crime against Indo-Guyanese. What, are you dumb? And you think the blacks are going to give it up to you? What, your 10,000 votes? You think that gives you the right to want to control a predominantly black city? Giving up the rights of Linden to you is not your councillor guy who's going to take you. It's you. Those black people regret voting for you. If they really wanted your guy to control Linden, they would have made a difference a long time to pressure the PNC. But PNC gonna give up Linden for you. That's all they have. They've already lost Georgetown. All they have is Linden. And you think they will give it up to you, an asshole like you? The days of giving penny to these Negroes are over. They see your game. They understand that this whole mission that you're on is to keep yourself out of prison. Why don't you invite? Here what my challenge is. You had a lot of the blacks in the ghetto go into your swimming pool, defecate on your lawn, stuff like that. You could wash that. You drain your pool, you disinfect your pool. Yeah, you can fumigate. You can do that to get rid of the Negro stench. You can do that. If you love them so much, why don't you invite them into your house to sit with you at your table, to have lunch with you at your table, Azruddin? Let them eat from the same kitchen that you are cooking for you and your family. That's when you show that you are not a racist. Let your father do the same thing. Invite the Negroes when you have your family gathering, your high-profile meetings and socializing. Let them come and join you in that, because nobody from the Win Party that is black can say that they went to Azruddin's house and had lunch with him in his fucking kitchen to eat his food. None of them. Because they don't belong there. You have to keep your dogs at a distance. Keep them in the yard. Have a special place to accommodate them. Tell them that. When you're showing up at these political offices, the parliament and all these places, who rides with you in your car? Which of your black colleagues rides with you, Azruddin, in your Lamborghini? Or what's the other one? Your luxury vehicles. Which of them rides with you? None of them. You have special vehicles for them. So cut the shit. You don't like black people. You're using them to stay out of prison. And if it happens that by some trick of the law, you happen to escape extradition, then them Negroes are going to see your true colors. Then they're going to see your true colors. But in the meantime, you still need them to block bullets for you. Because after February 5th, when you are going to be arrested, you will need them to come and block the law like they did before. So for now, you're going to play like you're going to keep blaming President Ali, blaming Jagdeo, blaming this one. You're going to continue to do that. We'll see what happens after February. And by the way, use the time you have. Today is Thursday. You have until Sunday to read the budget Study it, prepare a script to debate it in the parliament. Use the time you have remaining, get a tutor, use phonics. Something can help you to get your ABC in order. You would look like an asshole if you have to debate reading from a piece of paper, holding it up, and that's your debate material. No, you gotta be you have to be a good orator. You have to know to articulate. You gotta speak from your fucking mouth. It's not a presentation, it's a debate. Must be here. Coordination. Use the time to focus on the budget and the debates. Or else you're gonna look like an asshole while Odessa Primer would be snoring the hell away, dreaming of life without Azradine. And usually it doesn't look good, because when she's asleep in the parliament, the expression of her face can tell that she is having nightmares. Nightmares. And I can read into that to say that, oh, she's dreaming about the life she would have when Azradine is gone. No more KFC. No more McDonald's. She would only be able to afford Bakewell Salara, an egg bowl, and duck curry. Do they sell that? Yeah, duck, the curry of the, yeah, okay. Yeah, that. I gotta get my street smart in order. You know, shit happens. Something, you know, stuff happens. Let's make a point on the budget area. Education. Again, President Ali, ain't your fault. You love Guyana so much. You want to take the Negroes to a different level that you make education free. You made education free. And in your budget, look at the size of the budget for education. 24 billion. Is it? I made a note of it. Where is it? 24 billion towards the Ministry of Education. For what? More schools. 40 plus schools to be rehabilitated, to be built, only to offer free education to Guyanese. The online academy where the president, I mean, fuck, man. It gets to me when I think about it. The man has brought education to your homes, where you can study in the comfort of your bedroom, laying on your bed, eating plantain chip, studying online, free. 5 billion towards that for Guyanese, no matter what category, what avenue you decide to choose, how you decide to enhance your learning, it's all free. But the taxpayers still have to pay the loan back that will be funding these things. And yet, these niggas don't need to stop stealing. They continue to rob, to terrorize, to lime, to party. And the president has made it free. Come on, man. You like to quote God and Jesus and God, and you think your God is happy knowing that God has chosen a man like Ali to lead Guyana, and the initiatives and the programs of Ali made education free. Your children can write up to 8 CXC subjects free. University that specializes you in whatever field you wish to pursue in your life free. Giving you child care free, grants for school, money for books, meals, everything. All you have to do is to leave your home and get to school. That's all. Uniform is covered, food is covered, transportation is covered. You have no expense whatsoever, and still you fucking Negroes don't want to take advantage of that. When you had to pay, your excuse was poverty. Cost of living is too high. How can you afford to send your kids to school? You can't get them food. You can't pay the bus for them. All excuses, excuses, excuses. The God-man president that you have heard you. He made it free across the board. And you're still complaining. You still can't take advantage of it. Why? Because you are a chronic loser. You are a chronic loser. Now you have nothing to complain about. You complain about corruption. From the king of corruption, you're quoting him. There's nothing else there that holds you back from studying. You need something to blame as your reason for not taking advantage of education and the freedom to pursue education in Guyana. Then anybody that talks anything that sounds like it's against the president, you grab it. Look at the size of the budget. 14 plus billion to one institution, the University of Guyana, coupled with the 5 billion for the online academy, online university. That's 19, almost 20 billion for tertiary education, just to cover your asses to get it for free. And you're still complaining? For heaven's sake, man, for fuck's sake, man, take advantage of it. You can pursue so much in the next 5 years under Ali. So much, because let me tell you this. Let me paint a picture for you idiots if you don't understand. If you take President Ali for granted and his policies that favors Guyana, mostly black people, if you take that for granted and you are ungrateful, you're not thankful or respectful, and the universe saw that, okay, we gave them the best, and they keep complaining. Let us give them a taste of what it is like under somebody like Forbes Burnham. And the next election, even though the candidate would come from the PPP, they may not be like President Irfaan Ali, and they can very well reverse all the programs. Make you pay for university, all the subventions, all the social programs. They can very well change it. What are you going to do then? Cry your heart out? Oh, we didn't know. We didn't know. Please, God, send back Ali. Give us a time back in 2026 so we can be grateful. No, you won't have that opportunity. Count your blessings while it's there. You don't know what, and isn't this something that your grandparents or elders or smart people tell you? Well, I'm smart. I'm going to repeat what smart people usually say. You never miss the well, the water, until the well runs dry. If you think the other guy is going to be better than your husband, wait and see. If you think the other woman will get up and make you breakfast because your wife ain't doing it, give her a try. Celebrate what you have in your hands and make the adjustment. You make the adjustment to make up for whatever shortcomings the person may be delivering in your opinion. You make up for that. But if you're sitting around and complaining because things are not going exactly how you envision it in your head, understand that that other person don't think like you. So if you think the food doesn't have enough salt, the person cooks to their taste bud. All you have to do is to be thankful for the meal and just add the extra salt to suit your taste bud. Don't dismiss the whole thing that the person is bad, they can't cook. No, the blessings is you found somebody who actually cooks. The only problem is you need a little more salt. Then you add the salt. You have a president. You found a president who is doing for you what no other president has ever done. But if you think you deserve 200,000 Guyana dollars a month, and the president has made it a universal thing to have the minimum wage at 140,000 or 50,000 per month, and you have a 50,000 gap, he has allocated 150,000. All you got to do is get your fucking self busy to make up the other 50,000. Sell something, get a second job, do something with your time to make up for that. So you brought 50,000 to the 150,000, and what you have, 200,000. But if you're not doing anything to contribute to Guyana's continued progress, and all you do is to sit around and complain about how the budget didn't think about you, and the budget this and the budget that, hey, school is free. You know how much you paid for schooling before. Calculate how much you are saving as a result of the policies of the government to give it to you for free. Calculate per month, per year, how much you're saving. So if you are saving 30,000 or 50,000 Guyana dollars towards your education that you would have paid normally, put that money aside, and in 5 years, you can see how much the government contributed to your education based on the money you saved that you would have normally had to pay. That's how you add to your own blessing. Whatever it is, you be the change. The universe gave us a government that has blown us away with the budget of 2026. Practically everything is free. Be thankful. I am holding the PPP towards one thing. Alan Nandalal, you said, and you speak on behalf of the government, that in 2 years, the blackout problems would be solved permanently. You said that, Anil. You gave the guarantee, because since back in the day, every election, every budget, promises are made towards strengthening the electricity, improving GPL, all kinds of promises. And so far, 2026, blackouts is still a part of Guyanese culture. It's still. However, we'll give you the opportunity, since we have seen the budget is this big, and electricity, as you rightly pointed out, because of the cost, because of the inefficiency, it's damaging local businesses. It is causing a lot of businesses to go under because they can't afford it. The government knows that. So we, the people, are going to give you, the government, 2 years. By the end of 2028, to fix permanently the issue of blackouts in Guyana, permanently, that it never, ever, ever, ever happen again. If you don't get it right in the next 2 years, as you say you will, and all the money that is going towards GPL, all the barge and the this and the that and the gas, the energy project, all of that, if the blackout problem is not solved in Guyana, I can tell you now, I'm going to do a 360-degree turn away from the bullshit promises of the PPP regarding solving the electricity problems in Guyana. It is too long, it is too repetitive, and it's for decades. It has to be solved. Look around the Caribbean. Which Caribbean country in this time has continued blackouts like Guyana? Which? Make the country beautiful. Keep the lights on. Lights contribute to beauty. Okay? If we have to deal with blackouts after 2028, then if somebody says this is a black country, don't get pissed. Because blackouts are only evident in Haiti and most of the black countries in Africa. They get blackouts all the time. But the rest of the world, that don't happen. So if it can't be solved by 2028, then maybe the PPP is a black government. Maybe. Let's fix it. Until next time. Have a good day, and thank you for your attention. Remember, your support, your donations, your subscriptions is necessary. Please continue to support the program, to support the work, to like, to share, to comment, and to spread the good word on our country, Guyana. If you see a crime, report it, especially to the black people. If you see crime, report it. Snitch on them niggas that are torturing, terrorizing, and making the lives of the other citizens uncomfortable. Let the police get them and keep them. Goodbye now.